Welcome guys to my channel. In this video we are going to see what we get if we can square a sine function. Okay, so let's get started. So this is a sine function. The graph of a sine function, it looks like this. It's moved just like this. So this is the formula we use to calculate AC, which is alternating current in a circuit. So we are saying we want to see what we'll get if we were to square this sine function. So this is how it will look, right? If I'm to square it, it will look like this graphically. It will look like this. Okay, it will look like this. It will go like this, just like this. Continue. This is time. This is voltage maximum. It can be voltage maximum, okay? So this is the squared, v squared. So this formula will definitely change to v max squared sine squared with the angle inside. So this is how it looks like if I'm to square it. So this is the squared function graph of a sine. Okay. So let's see what we'll get if we were to take the average and the mean of this function graph. So if we were to take the average of this, the average and the mean of this. So let's see what we'll get. So if we do that, discover that, so we're saying taking. So we are taking now the average and mean of v squared. Okay, so we are taking the average of this, so we'll get this. So if we take the mean and the average, so it is the mean and the average, which will equal to v max but squared, like this. So we are taking the mean and the average of this, which is simply this half. I'm writing here for better understanding. So this is what we'll end up getting. So again, let's see what we'll get if we take the square root of v. So now let's take, taking the square root of v. So we're taking the square root of v. So this average like this. So taking the square root of this, what do you get? So you discover that 1 squared is 1, 2 squared to be like this. So it's not a perfect square. Okay, so it will be like this. So generally speaking, we are saying this is any variable of voltage. I don't care what number it can be, but it can be any variable of voltage. So we are saying this is the variable of voltage average, which is simply equal to this is v max 1 over root of 2 v max, like this. So this is n variable of x, and from this, that's where we are having now something which we normally call RMS. So this gives us RMS. So this square is simply the root. So this simply means root. And what else? M is a mean. So let me write this, then I try to point them out. So this is a square. Then this is a mean, which is root. So this is what we have. So it's a root mean square. So this is what it means, because this is a root of voltage, which is a variable voltage. Then this is the mean, and also we are also having the average. So we are saying this is what we normally refer to a root mean square. Okay. So since when we started, let's just do a quick recap. We are saying squaring the voltage squared, or the function sine function graph, what you get is you get the function, the graph which looks like this, and then taking the mean and the root, what do you get? You get this one. So from there you take the square root. So if you take the square root, you end up getting this. So of this, we are saying this is RMS value. Okay, so basically speaking, we are saying RMS is equals to 1 over root 2 v squared. Now in some other text, you will discover that they use this. So let's try to look at this. So we are saying mathematically, we cannot read this in this because this is rational. So we can rationalize this. So if we rationalize this, we discover that it will be, you multiply both sides by root of 2, even on top you multiply by root of 2. So what you get is this time this root of 2, this time this is simply 2, of which if you punch on your calculator this value, it will give you point, okay, it's point, punch it here. So it will be root of 2 divided by 2, of which is 0.707. This is a common value if you punch it, but you can still punch this one. You can still punch this one, which will give you the same value. So if I punch this one, it will give me 0.707. So this is how you come up with this formula, of which we can say V RMS is simply equal to 1 over root of 2 Vmax. So this is how you go about this one. Simple as this. This is how this formula came about from the original formula, which is this one. We just squared the sine function and we end up getting this one. Okay, so for today, I think that's what we can say. Okay, so see you guys next time. I'll come up with a sample example for you guys.